What up, everybody? It's your boy DFS Up North, aka Josh Thomas from DFS Army, here breaking down my favorite props in the early slate in the prop lobby on ThriveFantasy.com. If you have not played on Thrive Fantasy before, use that code DFS Up North. You get a free $50 100% match on your first deposit. Use that code DFS Up North. Like I said, you get a free $50 match, which is awesome, right? What a great deal. Free money, baby. I love it. And I am going to give you my two favorite props here on Thrive Fantasy for the early slate of games, the noon games for me. I live in the Central Time Zone, 11 o'clock if you're, or 1 o'clock over if you're over in on the East Coast, 10 a.m. on the West Coast, which is a great way to watch football if you live out there. But my two favorite props. All right. And I like, these are two that I am super excited about today. And I put on Twitter just a second ago, we are going back to the well. And that is because we are going to jump all over this Antonio Gibson over 22.5 receiving yards prop. Last week, we were all over the Gibson reception prop. That's why we are going back to the well here for the receiving yards prop. They are going against the Giants, who are they're okay against the run, but Antonio Gibson's usage has been insane the last couple of weeks. All right. And let's take a look here at the DFS Army research station. This is something that the DFS Army VIPs have access to utilize to figure out the best plays for these props, things like that. So our week 6 projections for Antonio Gibson, let me just scroll up here a second, right? So we can see him right here. Our week 6 projections for Gibson are 3 receptions, 25.9 receiving yards. And I think that's on the low end. All right. The other thing that we look at is we have a new matchup chart, which is something that is brand new to the DFS Army VIPs. Again, if you're not a DFS Army VIP, you can use the code UPNORTH for 20% off for life. But let's scroll down here. And what we have in this matchup section is we got snap percentage, rush percentage, target percentage, our ownership percentage, and then D versus position and projected DK points. So we can go and kind of see what Gibson's usage has been like here. All right. So snap percentage for the season, 46, but last week, 56%. All right. We do have JD McKissick in here, which makes me a little nervous, but previous week saw 18% of the targets. That's good for third on the team. That's wide receiver numbers, right? And all we're looking for is 22.5 receiving yards. He can get that on one play. All right. I love the over here. All right. One of my favorite bets going into Sunday in the prop lobby here. The second bet that we're going to talk about, if we go back to Thrive Fantasy, is one that is always a little bit concerning. But another one from this noon slate of games here is this Lamar Jackson 1.5 pass TDs, and I'm going 2 over here. That's not something that really we should do quite a bit. Typically, the under is the much better play, but I'm going to show you why I love the over 1.5 total right now. Again, tools, DFS Army. We have so many tools. All right, so I just showed you that matchup chart. I showed you the research station. Now take a look at our prop finder. So what we do is you can just go on the top here and search for Lamar Jackson, and it's going to bring up all the props on, you can go by state here, anything that's available in let's say for New Jersey, since that's the one with the most available books, but it's going to show you what each site is offering for their lines, right? So if we go find passing touchdowns, right? DraftKings over 1.5 is minus 154. That is a heavy favorite. Passing touchdowns for Lamar Jackson on FanDuel, minus 162. Again, heavy favorite. If we go back to our research station here, we can find and see what our projection is. Again, I like to cross-reference these all the time. All right. So let's take a look here and see what old Lamar's got going on for his projection this week. Again, we're looking for 2 touchdown passes. He is playing Philadelphia, who has one of the worst secondaries in the league. They're very tough to run on. So I would imagine our projections are probably going to line up with that 1.5 touchdown passes. Yep. So we are at 1.8. Again, the over, right? So lock in these 2 props 3.6x your money. This is for that early slate only. I will have a video out here in a second talking about the afternoon slate and then another one talking about the nighttime slate. You can mix and match. Remember, 2x, you get 2 right, you 3.6x your money. You get 3 right, you get 6.2, and you go 4 for 4. Been struggling on the 4 for 4 the last couple weeks. I'll admit it, right? You go 4 for 4, 11x your money. That is better than anything that you're likely going to do on DraftKings. And it's so easy. And you get free money. All right. Use that code DFS up north. They will match your first ever deposit on Thrive Fantasy up to $50, which is, again, take that money, lock it on here. If it doesn't hit, go yell at me on Twitter. Tell me I suck, right? But I love these 2 props. These are 2 that I am locking in right now. All right, that is what I got for the prop playbook. Be sure to check back in for the 3 o'clock afternoon slate games. I will have a video up for that here in a little bit. Cheers.